Oh, let's have some smash and crash. All those robots have weaknesses. The pit release is already signalled. Can opener in with the pinches. Apollo's in orbit, but can self-right, but they only have a limited supply of CO2. Can opener worried about their high ground clearance. Could they be flipped? Yes, they can. And PP3D using that undercutter, already up to speed. And look at this, nuts and bolts and smithereens. And an Apollo wheel has come off too. Now that will really affect their manoeuvrability. 12 tons of crushing force. Almost space flipping. And they're a flip on the underside of PP3D.
You want it?
You want it, you're gonna get it. Apollo, great fun. Applause all round, they deserve it. Great contest this. Here we go, Eruption Explosive, Sabertooth, the real tiger, Storm 2, Whirlwind Force, Terra Turtle. We'll wait and see. Yellow-shaped Sabertooth on the attack, then backing away, but of course we know they can't self-right. That'll come into play. Terra Turtle being nudged early on. There's an attack from Eruption, who looked the most potent machine here. Very impressed here with Eruption and that powerful flipper. They say it's the most powerful in the country. Out of the arena. Out go Terra Turtle.
Oh, well done, guys.
Tactics clear here then. PP3D will target that back left wheel of Apollo. That wheel damaged in the group battle, but Apollo will target the front of PP3D and simply try and flip it out of the arena or down into the pit. You can see that they're trying to get in underneath the blade, so to bend the blade, and we wonder whether that cutter blade's killing power has been diminished.
Oh, it's real, Scott.
The wheel has gone completely, or the tyre I should say. At its tip, but flipped, and that has caused major damage. Sparks fly. They're out. I think that's killed them. What a turn up here. Two of the most expensive robots in the competition, and over £25,000 immediately driving onto Eruption. Storm 2, the quicker of the robot, but caught by Sir Killalot onto the flame pits. They don't want to test the lithium polymer battery there. Storm 2 with enough power to pull a minibus loaded with school children, and you can see the power, and they've got Eruption wedged between a rock and a hard place. Riding piggyback on Storm 2 will come for another drive now. They're counting down the audience. The judges will have hard work to separate these.
I have the result. The team that scored 2 points and the win is Storm 2.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Storm 2 will try and get this over and done with as quick as they can. Apollo, we know, has sustained damage throughout this heat of one kind or another. Storm 2 with the FFF, the front floor flipper, and the Sremek. Worrying then as to why they should say if Apollo flipped them, they'd be in trouble. And they can self-right, and then the floor flipper. Really strong. Apollo drives into the CP. How dare you! I think they got too confident there. Oh, they've done it! A KO blow for the second time. Storm 2 is being encouraged by the crowd to get them in the pit, and they're going in the pit. Who knows? Very nearly Storm 2. This is a Robot Wars classic. An absolute belter. Cease scored. Oh, that was memorable. Eruption good as new. PP3D retired. Will they be retired in another way at the end of this? Low ground clearance with the undercutter blade. There you can see spinning it away. Could Eruption have those side panels? Bang! Smash!
We're moving, they're not.
We're moving.
They're just about okay with the 32-volt battery still retaining some power. Eruption have got out from the corner. They can self-right, but can they steer themselves forward? At the moment, seems to be one wheel only working. It'll go to the judges, and Eruption have already controversially lost one decision.
They do have a decision, and the decision is unanimous, that the winner of this bout is PP3D. PP3D get the 2 points.
Apollo already through, but they want to stay out of trouble here because they've sustained chain damage. And they need to fight later in the competition. Eruption playing for pride, really. I think they're unfortunate to be pointless thus far, and they're on the aggressive here, trying to get Apollo's side on. And Apollo dancing around. The famous blue coats, dancers and prancers, and a tumble in the rumble of robot wars. What can Eruption do? Oh, look at the pirouette.
That was a nice
Eruption.
pirouette.
Apollo, all under pressure here. Well, they're through to the final, but this is not an infallible machine. Storm 2 goes straight onto the attack on PP3D, trying to get them over so that they'll negate the power of the PP3D blade. Good smash onto PP3D.
Press the pit, press the pit. Press the pit, press the pit.
They're on the pit. Oh, they're down the pit.
It's Storm 2 versus Apollo. Only the winner is guaranteed a place in the grand final.
And even the house robots aren't safe. For the final time tonight, it's over to Jonathan.
Thanks very much, Dara. Yes, Dead Metal and Matilda and the house robots have a grudge against Apollo. Off we go for a place in the grand final. Apollo and Storm 2 nervous here, feeling each other out. Apollo trying to get the lifting mechanism, and Storm 2 driving in underneath. This is what they did when they met earlier on, and into the CPZ, and this is where maybe Sean can gain revenge. No! But she can cross into a CPZ if the competitors go in there, and once again, oh, she's now self-righted her compatriot. Big blow onto Storm 2, and another one out! Apollo! Yes, yes! Storm 2 over and out. Houston control.
Everybody, it's Apollo! That is time to win a final.
That's all from us tonight on Robot Wars. Good night.